Yeah,
Wow.
it's worth 9 ticks.
Third, fourth most.
Okay, so
expensive card
if we
in the set.
weren't taking Kozilek's Return, I think my actual pick would be Saddleback Legak. I think the most powerful card, possibly even more powerful than Kozilek's Return in Limited, is Reflector Mage. But I don't like Blue-White. I don't think Blue-White... You remember how last set Blue-White Flyers was real good? It doesn't seem real good. There's just, the white cards aren't good defensive cards or anything like that. So I would probably pick Saddleback Legak if there wasn't a cool rare here, which is not exciting, but it is effective. But we got Kozilek's Return. So we'd like to pick up a couple Eldrazi. We'd like to play Kozilek's Return. Obviously, that's assuming red is open.
Yeah,
But
and it's not usually.
No, but it doesn't have to be super, super open. Like, it doesn't have to be our main color.
Either way, we almost paid for the draft with just that one pull.
Alright, so now we have a very powerful black card,
That is a really powerful black card.
a fine blue card that lives through Kozilek's Return, a fine blue card that I think I'd be less excited to have, a Hedron Crawler, which I like. It's good acceleration.
And then Tarsiner's alright, too.
Yeah, if I was taking a black card this early, I would take the Grasp. The Grasp is double black. So
the black-red is a pretty good color combination. Is blue-red a good color combination?
it's fine. I would be happy playing Grasp or Cultivator Drone. There's good cards for each of these. Grasp of Darkness is the most powerful card by itself, but it is going to push us towards...
Yeah, so I think we just take the most powerful card, even if we end up getting cut on black.
Okay.
I mean, we might get cut on black and red over the next couple of picks.
Oh yeah, we don't know
that's
where we're
fine.
going. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about it is that it's a hard card to have in a deck unless you're primarily black. Like, Grasp of Darkness is great if black is your main color.
And I think passing it ensures that someone else will start taking black. Just like
Grasp of Darkness is the kind of quality card that if you knew you were going to be black, I would take it over any other card. Okay, so here I think I'm on General Tazri. And the thing I like about General Tazri is that it is a 3/4 for 5 that gets me my next best my next best ally creature. It's a 2-for-1. It's very good. It doesn't have to do a lot.
Now I think we're not playing all three of these colors, right? So we're just dropping one of the colors. But this leaves us open, as well as we're just taking the most powerful card for the first three.
We have 3 very powerful cards, and I wouldn't mind being in any of these color combinations. We aren't really looking to activate Tazri's second ability. That's not important. What is important is it's a 5-mana 3/4 that gets us our next best ally.
Yep.
Which is solid. I think that the next best card here is probably either a 2-color card, which I'm not excited about, a mono-colorless card, which is hard to cast. Like, there's no really, really good cards here that don't have significant costs. So picking an off-color spell...
Yeah, and I mean, we haven't chosen our colors yet, so it may not be off-color.
General Tazri this late, like, I would take General Tazri
first
over Isolation Zone. I think it is better than any of the white commons or uncommons.
Alright, so we've got a really good red spell. Every
color.
We've got a decent green spell, a decent blue spell. Actually, I really like the
Cyclone
Sire. So I think we should probably just go ahead and take the free runner on this one.
I was thinking about taking the Sire and moving into blue because there's 2 powerful blue cards here. And we may or may not end up blue-white. But the thing I like about this is we have a nice strong amount of cards. I don't mind the free runner, but I think I'd just rather... I think we're going to... Because this is our 4th pick, and after this point, we can go into any color. But this also means whatever colors are open, unless it's just green, we'll have a powerful card to go with it. Like, the free runner's fine, but I also don't want to run a free runner Goblin or Kozilek's Return deck. Like, that's not the red deck I want to be running both ends on. So now we have all the colors of the rainbow almost. Come on, great green card. Okay. Now we're just going to take the best card, which I think is the Flame Seeker. I could be convinced to take the Negator, but I think the Flame Seeker's better.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the Flame Seeker's the best card here. Do you think there's a
doesn't
card?
play well with Return, but it's still so good, I don't care.
It plays well with Tazri.
Yes. And I think that's good. Yeah, that's probably the best way to sort right now.
Yeah, we'll sort by color for now. I do like how the sort by color doesn't separate the void cards awkwardly. Like,
yeah, that's good and bad, I guess.
I think it's just good. Like, you can see that the cards are faded out, washed out, to looking at. Here, we can actually make this a little bit bigger so you can tell they're a little bit more on the show.
We should always do that.
It's harder to see more cards.
Okay.
So
that's a pretty good 3-mana creature. It's a 3 mana for a 3/2, and if it happens to have an ability, whatever.
Yeah, that's not an ability we'll use. It's a 3 mana 3/2. There's also a Zulaport Chain Mage. There's also a Tar Snare. There's also a Pulse. And there's also a Geometry Warden. I don't really like the Warden that much. I do think that these are 2 pretty solid black cards and 1 okay blue card. Do we want to take the black card? Do we want to take this ally?
I don't like the Chain Mage as much as I like the Collector or the Tar Snare.
I like it much better than the Tar Snare.
8 seconds.
We're going to take the Tar Snare.
What in the world?
Okay. So I think we'll take our second Tar Snare. We might just be splashing white.
Alright, what a miss.
We went with the Tar Snare. We're going to take our second Tar Snare. I think we're going to end up in sort of a...
wow. That's 2 of the Collectors in a row?
Yeah, it's a 3/2. There's no equipment that is good in the set. Even at Rare and Mythic, there's only 1 decent equipment, and it's the one that gives you bonuses based on similar creature types. Like the Claws. We saw the Claws played against a Flyer. It just gave +1/+0. Like, it was
it's really good on a Flyer.
It's not even like, is it better than Bonesaw really on a Flyer?
Tears or Flameseeker or Slaughter Drone. Any of those are good.
So I think I want to take the Flameseeker. I think I want to be in sort of black-red allies. I think I want to splash General Tazri.
Seems fine.
I don't know. We didn't see a lot of colorless payoff cards. The Slaughter Drone is one of those, but there's not a ton of colorless payoff cards in red. There are some in black, so I don't think we're blue. I do think I will splash for General Tazri.
That seems fine.
I'd like to get a couple more powerful allies.
About 5 mana, we could have a white source, probably.
Yeah.
Especially if we take an Evolving Wilds in the last pack.
And I like how we have a lot of good removal here.
I like the Trample guy.
I like the Cinder Hellion.
I like Consuming Sinkhole, but it's not really that good. I just like it.
I like Unknown Shores and Cinder Hellion.
Yeah, I think we should just take Cinder Hellion.
Our first Cinder Hellion?
Yeah. The Unknown Shores doesn't...
It fixes mana and gives us colors if we need that.
That's true. Either one's fine. I mean, neither one are very, very good.
I think the Unknown Shores is pretty good, but I think I'd rather have my first Cinder Hellion, especially in a deck that is trying to
get another colorless source.
That is trying to kill a lot of things. We also need to prioritize to get 2 big colorless Eldrazi. See, this is unfortunate because our second
That is unfortunate. Well, I mean, we can take it. We just probably won't play it.
Cultivator Drone's very late here. I'll go ahead and take it.
It seems like blue is open every time we draft.
I think that the real issue is that there's just a lot of good blue commons.
That might be the case.
Like, that there's just more good blue commons than any other color. It was the case that... And that can happen. You know, let's say that the first 6 blue commons are playable, and the other colors, the first 4 of the other ones are. It just seems like blue's more open because there are more good blue cards.
That's true. Yeah. We're not playing any of these cards, so just take the Navigator, because I don't want to play against that.
Well, we can take...
Gravity Negator, I mean.
Yeah. Some amount of blue cards. See, there we go.
Once again, not playing any of these cards, so...
Alright. General Tazri. Alright, so let's go ahead and just put that in our sideboard.
Yep.
So I like that we have 7 cards I'm happy to play here. I will play a second Cinder Hellion if need be. Probably not playing the second Cinder Hellion, preferably.
Yeah,
but
we hope not.
If we have to, it's fine. It's not a terrible card. And if we end up with more removal, I could see us playing just a lot of creatures with high toughness. So
it's not terrible.
I think we're going to go with the Obligator.
Yep, seems pretty good.
Or we could go with the Boulder Salvo, or we could go with the Flaying Tendrils. We have a lot of very good options here.
Boulder Salvo is pretty powerful. Is the other card worth any money?
Which one?
The rare.
What's it called?
I don't know.
Displacer? No, it's not Displacer. It's an Obligator.
It's not worth any money.
No, it'll win us games.
Well, if it'll win us games, we should probably take it.
But Flaying Tendrils might win us games too. Let's see.
I don't know. I think we should take the creature over the spell, but removal should be drafted very highly, so. Oh. You may pay if you do gain control of target creature.
So we'll need colorless for that to be super good, but it's fine even without colorless. We could just take Boulder Salvo or Flaying Tendrils.
Either one's fine. I mean, Flaying Tendrils is very powerful.
We already have a Kozilek's Return. Maybe we should take our first Boulder Salvo to answer our big thing.
That's fine. Either one is fine.
Yeah. It's a tough pick because we have a lot of good removal. Which is a great place to be in.
Yep.
I do not want that. I want the Vampire Envoy.
Yep. Definitely want the Vampire Envoy.
I think the next closest pick here is either a Lantern or a Holdout Settlement.
Yep.
Alright. So, we don't have a way to use...
Can Assault.
Yeah, Assault's not looking good.
None of this stuff is particularly exciting, so I think we should just take the Wastes.
I was thinking about taking the Endurance, but yeah, we'll take the Waste. We also don't have a way to put good use to necessarily... Well, we could take the Unnatural Endurance and wait for the next Waste to come around. Like, we don't even have a single card that cares about Wastes.
Well, we already have 5 spells right now. I would rather take the Waste highly so that we know we get it.
Sure.
Let's see here. So we've got a Crumbling, Tears, and that's about it.
We could take the Eldrazi Aggressor.
I actually like the Eldrazi Aggressor.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and take that. It's not great in most decks, but the fact that it has 3 toughness is pretty nice. It survives a lot of the cards. Okay, so here I would not mind taking a Spawnbinder Mage. I think the first Spawnbinder Mage is okay if we end up splashing white because it lets us tap down creatures.
I also like the Immobilizer.
Yeah, the thing I don't like about it is that it dies easily.
It's a 2/1 for 2. I mean, yeah, that's fine. We're kind of an aggressive deck with lots of removal.
Okay.
I actually like the Ordinary Geometries, but I think it'll wheel.
Yeah, you would rather have the Immobilizer than the Spawnbinder?
I think so, because I don't really like the idea of playing that many white cards, even though it does seem like white's more open than it ever is.
Alright, here we go. Flare Drum. Perfect.
Wow.
No one's done the color combination, so it's fine for us.
Let's see, we've got...
Alright, it's between Hedron Crawler and Mav Kozilek. The advantage to Hedron Crawler, it's a 2-drop that gets us into our spells. Mav Kozilek is obviously a card that survives. Let's sort by converting mana cost at this point, really.
Yeah, I like them all better. Though I think we hope that a Crumbling comes back to us. Because I think we need more than one colorless source.
Alright, so we can take the Bushwhacker here to increase just general damage, or we can take another Eldrazi Aggressor as another card that lives through our 2 sweepers. I think I'd rather have the Bushwhacker.
It is pretty powerful.
Because when it's good, it'll be great. Alright, so we can take Kozilek's Pathfinder, Brute Strength. We could take the Boneyard if we decide to be in a position where we, some reason, splash blue.
I don't think we're doing that.
Now, splashing blue does give us 2 flyers.
That's true.
Do we want to play Brute Strength? That's the question.
I think we've already got 5 better spells, so we probably don't want Brute Strength.
So let's go ahead and put this in our sideboard then. Don't know if we're going to play it, but we're not playing any of the other cards, so we might as well take the card that has the highest likelihood to be played, which is a blue splash. We may or may not splash white, by the way. The only reason I even like General Tazri is she's a 2-for-1. But if we don't have an effective way to splash white, we won't run her.
Yep.
And the same for the colorless. Like right now we have 2 things that care about colorless, so I'll probably run the first Wastes.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get one of the lands that fixes color when it comes in and then taps for colorless.
Yeah. I'd also take an Evolving Wilds pretty highly, just being able to play General Tazri to get... right now General Tazri gets the Vampire, which is okay but not great. The Flame Seeker, which is okay but not great. And the Bushwhacker, which is pretty solid.
Yeah, and I really like taking Evolving Wilds in 2 or 3 color decks anyway, so...
I like taking it in 3 color decks as a priority. And the fact that it gives us General Tazri, who gets us a small toolbox. Nothing amazing yet, but who knows what will open. And we need to be ready for that. But, you know, the other thing is, if we get some cards that let us splash blue, maybe we end up with a couple of blue cards. Maybe blue is open in pack 3, and we incidentally pick up other good blue cards that make me want to play blue.
Could happen.
Alright, we're going to take a holdout summon here.
That's the best.
It fixes colors multiple times. Okay, so we're definitely not playing a double blue spell. No, because we won't have enough blue cards. So we should probably take Expedite here.
Yeah, I don't think Bonesaw's worth playing. We're not playing any of this, so just
Yeah, we'll
whatever.
take Comparative Analysis. I don't think we'll play it, but if for some reason we end up in blue, I could see taking Pulse of Marasa there. For some reason, if we open up a green bomb and like we really decide to be a light green splash, I think it's a better card than a second Comparative Analysis. But whatever.
So it seems like blue is just always open, but
We don't have any good blue
we
cards
don't
here.
have very many good ones. We have 2 good ones from the last pack.
Yeah, so I mean, just getting a bunch of bad blue cards doesn't really mean a lot.
It does seem like blue is just deeper than any other.
It is.
Set.
I think it really
any
is.
other color in this.
Like even cards like Negate, which you're not going to be excited to play in your main deck, you're excited to have in your sideboard. Alright, so we need a few more cards. We do have some kind of trashy cards we can play here. These 3 right here, if need be. We have less cards than I'd hoped.
Yeah, it seems like everybody always goes black on red.
I mean, I don't even think that they're the best 2-color combination or even
They're
close.
not. It seems like everybody takes the red card tile and everybody takes the black card
Alright,
tile.
so we need to really emphasize getting a big... We haven't seen any 7+ costed Eldrazi.
No, this is the set for them, though.
And we want 2. We also didn't see any of the 2-mana, 2 damage spell.
Yeah. Or the... And this set's the one with the 3 damage spell in it, right? For 3?
Alright, so I could see myself taking Breaker of Armies or Colostria Healer. Do we want a 2-drop? That's fine. There's also Predator.
I actually like the Predator much better.
Alright. That's just another 3-drop. Like, that's the only reason I want to take is we have so many 3-drops. And this is an ally. So I like the Healer, the Blighted Gorge, the Breaker. I think we just take the Breaker to go with our other cards. Because imagine casting Breaker, it casts Kozilek's Return. We kill all of their small creatures, and then their big creature has to go 1-1 with Breaker.
Okay.
I think otherwise it was between the Landfall guy you mentioned or the Rally guy I mentioned. Whether we wanted another 3-drop that was more powerful or a 2-drop that was synergistic. How many allies do we actually have? That's
Not
important.
very many.
Let's check Blightherder real quick.
You're gonna... Yep, there you go. Blight Herder, don't see it.
Nope.
So I like the Dominator Drone.
I don't want another 3-drop.
What about Stone Fury? That one scales pretty well.
Do we have a way to exile things? If we have a way to exile things, I just want Blightherder. 5 mana 4/5 is just fine, by the way. We have one... We have one way to exile things. 2. No, just 1. One way to exile things.
Might pick up another one.
Yeah. We could take the Stone Fury, or we could take our... I don't think we need Boiling Earth with our 2 other Mass Effects. I could see us taking Stone Fury, Culling Drone, or Blightherder.
Either of those are fine. If you're going to take the Blight Herder, you might get the Culling Drone on the wheel. Which
Yeah.
one Blight Herder better. So let's see.
Complete
I
disregard.
like Turn Against. I like Complete Disregard.
Just more removal. That's
I actually
really-
like the Landfall guy too.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like how he doesn't survive through our 2 our 2 damage effects. We just have a lot of removal. Like, I like that. Alright, I think this is the time to pick the Valakut Predator over the Dominator Drone, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Alright, that's
The
what I'm at.
Dominator Drone does have Ingest, but I like the...
Well, we can also do our
Process
ally
event.
count real quick to see. I do not want that. What happened?
I have no idea what happened. Oh, you organize them differently or something.
Weird. Okay, let's count our allies that we care about to see if there's
Alright,
anything.
you should go ahead and highlight one of the cards though, just in case.
Sure. We'll highlight the Predator because I think it's the best card. Oh my gosh. No, I don't want that. I just want this. Stop it. Stop it. Okay.
Wow.
We have 2 allies that I care about. So, yes, let's go ahead and take the Predator.
Yep.
I like Smoldering Marsh.
Wow.
I like it because it's worth a couple bucks, and I like it because it's good for our deck.
That's pretty good.
Alright. We can take a Mindraker here, or a Sure Strike or a Stone Fury. I'd rather take Mindraker or Stone Fury.
I think Mindraker's pretty good. We don't have but one 4-drop, so.
That's a good point. Blue is very open.
It seems to always. I like the Menace guy. That's a very powerful card. Menace is just so hard to block profitably. Especially since we have Combat Trip backup.
Yeah, I really wish we got a second big card to go with the Eldrazi, but we just haven't seen any, have we?
We saw the Breaker and we took it.
Alright.
There's a 4-drop, another Processor. There's another Ally. It's a 2-drop. There's a Landfall Guide that's a 3-drop. I don't think we're in the wrong colors.
Yeah, we are. We could have had 2 Clutch of Currents. Yeah, so we can take the Slide Runner, which I don't mind. Like, it attacks well. More 2-drops is generally good, so I think I'm just going to take the 2-drop. I don't think we need another 3-drop.
Probably not. I don't know if we have very many cards that live through our 2 damage spells.
We have 1... Oh, hey, this is the pack that wheeled. Let's take Blighted Gorge. This is a really, really good wheel for us, by the way. The other, we had considered the Slide Runner, but I think Blighted Gorge is very good for us. Let's see, we have Vampire Envoy, Eldrazi, Aggressor lives through it, Predator if we play the land,
And then all of our higher drops.
Maw, Cinder Hellion, Shatter Skull, Blight Herder, Breaker Worm. It's decent.
Yeah, all of our high drops live through it. Believe I like Myers Malice or Dominator Drone. I would like to have one more creature.
We have other creatures in the sideboard. I think we'll take the Myers Malice.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, Myers Malice does make a creature if we get to 6. So.
1, 2, 4,
and we have a lot of 3
5.
drops, but the Ingest does help our Blight Herder as well. We're not playing any of this probably.
I'm going to take a Fertile Thicket in case I decide that I want to...
Dig.
Yeah.
Since we didn't get the other thing.
Sure Strike's decent.
It's not terrible.
Not sure we're running General Tazri. Not sure that we have the allies to make me care enough about making our mana base that much worse.
Alright, so we probably need one more card for our sideboard.
Depends. Let's see. Card that I'd want to run the most would probably just be another 5-drop. There's a lot of 5-drops. Let's see what the deck looks like. Removal versus creatures. All right, this is more of a 4-drop. Actually, this is more of a 5-drop. We don't have very many 2s. So we'll usually end up playing that for 2 after we play. We have a lot of removal. Not that it's a bad
We have
place to
about
be.
6 removal spells.
Yeah, we have 2 mass removal spells, 2 bad removal spells, and 2 good removal spells. But no unconditional removal spells. There were no Oblivion Strikes, unfortunately.
Yep. They get snatched up pretty quickly.
Yeah, they're first pick quality cards. Okay, so we can take out... I don't know. I really actually like this. We should probably take out a 5-drop.
Well, if we take out a 5-drop, do you want to put the thing in that makes us a creature? Is that...
We don't have that card.
Oh, you didn't take that one?
No. Let's look at our mana. What is our mana? I think our mana looks really good.
It's not terrible.
I don't even know if I want to splash, though. But, like, we have...
So we only have 2...
We have 3 colorless sources. We have
3 colorless sources.
We only have 1...
I think we have about 3 things that care.
2 cards. 2 things that care. Right?
That's not terrible.
The Immobilizer... and... the Maw, which wants more than 1. And... wait, no, it's just the Immobilizer and the Maw, right? Yeah, we have 2. Which is fine. 2 is fine. We probably don't even have to run regular wastes. We can just run the whole lot settlement.
Yeah, we don't have any way of going to get it, so...
Yeah, our mana's really good.
I don't mind having 3, though. So.
With the amount of double black and double red we have, I think I'd rather just have better mana.
Alright, put some lands in it.
I mean, the only one that wants us to use it more than once is the Maw. which isn't really want team that much.
We have Maw, Blightherder, and the Immobilizer, right?
Yeah.
So we do have 3.
What, the Maw? The Blightherder doesn't care about colorless. It cares about exiled cards. We want to run 17 or 18 lands.
17's probably enough.
We have an 8-drop.
Yeah, but we also have like 10 3-drops.
And we have 2 cards that let us discard, so that's true. Alright, so yeah, let's add our Holdout Settlement. I like Blighted Gorge quite a bit, and I like Smoldering Marsh. I don't want to run any of those. If we needed to splash blue for any reason, what are we getting? Just 2 flyers, that's not great. If I could splash white, I would, but I really don't think it's worth it. Because what are we getting? Reckless Bushwhacker's the thing we're really getting, and that's not super good. Alright, at basic lands, they want us to do 7/7.
That's pretty close to right.
Which makes it 8/8 and 9 with the Holdout Settlement. That sounds great. Alright, submit it. I'll be right back.
Alright.